Welcome to Canadian Freedom, right? It's funny, channel's called Canadian Freedom. Quick video today again. Kind of a jump off point for you if you'd like. When it comes to freedom in Canada and thinking about it. Sorry, my dog's bouncing around, clicking his nails for the background noise there. But Justin Trudeau is a loyal Klaus Schwab follower. If you haven't heard that name, he's the leader of the WEF, the World Economic Forum. The WEF doesn't hide what their plans and goals are. It is a global reset under kind of a centralized, elitist world control government or leadership. And I'm not okay with that. I don't know about you, but we have a hard enough time already when the leftist elitists are in control of our own country. But if they were to download all this ideology and policy on the whole world, I don't know. Would Orwell's book 1984 come to mind? Because it does for me. Anyway, I'm going to show you a couple little clips. I like comments. Tell me what you think. Am I way off base? This isn't a conspiracy theory. Again, the WEF, Charles Schwab has a book called The Great Reset. So they openly talk about it. It's not a conspiracy theory. I know people talk about, oh, there's a group of Illuminati, blah, blah, blah. This is kind of that. They want to be the world governing body. And they don't even hide it. But yet, at least in Canada, in my country, they don't even talk about it in the legacy news. You know, you have to go to independent news online, which soon will probably be gone because Bill C-11 basically makes the government in control of what's Canadian news. So anyways, we'll start from there. Please comment. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Should we stand up against this? Do we need new government? Is Trudeau authoritarian? I look forward to the comments.
Somewhere else that seems to be sliding into dictatorship is Holland, which may not entirely be a coincidence. The similarities between Canada and Holland are as startling as they are disturbing. Here's Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte, leader of the laughably and ironically named People's Party for Freedom and Democracy. Apart from obviously sharing the same wacky lefty sense of humour, those two both are, of course, golden pin-up boys for Klaus Schwab and the globalist fantasists of the World Economic Forum. Only a few months ago, it was the Canadian government that attacked its own citizens in the most grotesque and terrifyingly authoritarian manner during the so-called truckers' convoy revolts, when the government actually froze the bank accounts and basically starved out any individuals involved in what was legitimate, peaceful, democratic opposition to COVID mandates. That ended badly for Trudeau, particularly after this shameful incident in which Canadian mounted police trampled over a peaceful woman protester.
Come on through. What is happening here? Wow, what is this lady doing? Trampling horses.
Now names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. But What we are very proud of now, the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina, and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more, half of this cabinet are for our actually young global leaders of the world.
Ties to the WEF? I wonder. That is the leader of the WEF. Let's listen to this.
Talk about supply chain shortages. Part of that is because of making life much more difficult for truckers to be able to do their jobs. It's also people who have been on the front lines of standing for liberty. Remember that Canadian convoy of truckers who bravely stood up against those vaccine mandates? Well, the Canadian government revealed how authoritarian they really are, silencing those truckers with censorship, even seizing or freezing their personal bank accounts. That was wrong. And I respect those who, through their civil disobedience, revealed civil overreach on the part of government, administrative overreach. Thank you to those truckers in Canada for doing their part.
So that there was Vivek Ramaswamy. He's a Republican candidate in the States. He's a younger candidate. He's got actually a really good message. He's appealing to young people across the country. Unfortunately, there's a lot of hardliner Trump allies who really want him in power again. But if you watch some of his videos, if you're a conservative, or if you're a young conservative too, he's got a pretty good message. But the reason I'm showing you that video is what he said about Canada, Canadian government, Trudeau's government being authoritarian. That's what people think around the world right now of the Canadian government and what's going on in Canada. That is not what the view of Canada around the world used to be. Let's look at some other videos from some other people on thoughts of Canada.
He do cameos.
He was in Home Alone.
Yeah.
They cut him out.
They cut him out of the new version?
They cut him out of the old version.
Stop.
Yes, in Canada. In Canada, when they play Home Alone, Trump is no longer in Home Alone.
This is hilarious. Really?
Yep. Canada's communist.
Canada's crazy.
They're fucked. They're fucked. They got to get rid of that guy.
How much time does he have? I feel like he's been prime minister for a while. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know how their system works up there. I have zero understanding of their system.
Yeah.
I never looked into it at all. I liked him. I liked him before the pandemic.
Trudeau?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Seems sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's like good looking guy, confident, good talker.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, I'm like, oh, you're a fucking dictator.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like criticism. You're trying to shut down criticism by saying that all your critics are misogynists and racists.
Yeah.
You hear he said that about the trucking people, the truckers?
He called them
all misogynists and racists. Yeah, he's gross. He's a sketchy guy.
Yeah.
And he's got some fucking shaky deals. I would like to see like where the money is coming from. Like why do you want everybody to get injected? We don't need that anymore. Like what are we doing? What are you doing? You can't even get into Canada unless you're vaccinated.
Can't get in?
No. Make sure that's true. Because someone just told me, Whitney just told me, she had to show her fucking vaccination card to get into Canada.
That seems...
It's a little...
Like it adds up further.
It's old.
Yeah.
Like it's 2022. It's not 2019.
Excellency Xi Jinping, President of the People's Republic of China.
Xi laid out his vision of a coordinated global economy.
Major economies should see the world as one community and coordinate the objectives, intensity, and pace of fiscal and monetary policies.
This ideal of a united globe with a coordinated economy managed by experts captures Schwab's vision of the post-COVID world.
We have to redefine our social contract.
These grand proclamations, the ominous book title, and Schwab's odd personal style have led many people to speculate that the Great Reset is part of a conspiracy, of global financial elites and politicians to depopulate the planet so they can more easily institute one world government, or even that COVID was engineered to that end.
So there you have it, folks. The WEF. Bunch of elitists. Top business people, celebrities, all part of this WEF who think they know what's best for the rest of us. People like Bill Gates, Leonardo DiCaprio, that's just a couple who think they know what's best for everybody and the way we should be run. They even have talked about technology like pills to control population that we should all be taking, technology that's basically injected to control, be able to track us. This stuff sounds total conspiracy nonsense. If you don't believe me, just type WEF conspiracies and listen. They don't even hide this stuff. They talk about it in the open. Anyways, Justin Trudeau is one of his prized pupils, along with Chrystia Freeland. That's who we voted to run our country. 8 years later, things have completely fallen apart, and the reason everything is the way it is because he's trying to follow the Great Reset. Charles Schwab has the book in the open. He has videos on YouTube. You can go listen to him talk about the reset. I'm not making this up. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I've found this information out in the open publicly. Go find it for yourself. Tell me what you think. Thanks for joining me at Canadian Freedom Right. Have a good day. Merry Christmas. Cheers.